We had been fleeing for more than 10 days without rest, crossing mountains, gorges, and terrain so hostile it felt cursed. I had promised Fina I would take her back to her territory, no matter the price. She trusted me, and I could not fail her. When I got her to safety, I would return for my mother, even if it meant facing the Nightfang Monarch's entire pack alone. I had to do it before he discovered the truth, before everything came crashing down. It didn't take long. A guard from the Silver Dungeons noticed the hybrid was missing. He found the body I'd left behind. The empty cell, the broken chains. He ran, he shifted, he howled to the capital. The Nightfang Monarch went mad with rage. He ordered 2 things. One group would go to my village for my mother. They would use her as bait. Another group, elite werewolf trackers who'd never lost a hunt, would track us down. We didn't know it yet, but they were already getting closer. And Fina's hybrid blood was leaving a trail even I couldn't see. We crossed by the most dangerous paths, those where neither travelers nor beasts dared to tread. Forgotten routes, desolate, where the wind howled like something dying. We could not afford to meet anyone. Any witness could betray us. Any word could condemn us. Fina barely spoke. She only raised her hand and pointed with determination that allowed no doubt. North, her mismatched eyes said. Always north. 3 days to the Gorge of 1,000 Winds, she whispered. A place where the air is so thin that humans die before reaching the top. Only my people can cross it. We had 1 more week. Maybe. We ate what we hunted. We rested only when my legs gave out. Every night the same thought gnawed at me. Soon the monarch will discover everything. Soon he'll come. The monarch soldiers arrived in my village on the 3rd day. They asked for me. The villagers knew nothing. Only that I'd accepted a job in the mountains. A well-paid job escorting supplies. They found my mother's house. They went in. She was alone, sick, weak. She offered no resistance. They chained her. They took her to the capital. The Nightfang Monarch saw her. An old, sick woman. Perfect. They locked her in the palace dungeons. They would wait for the right moment to use her. The trackers left immediately. Pure-blood werewolves, the best in the Empire. They'd hunted rogue wolves in deserts, vampire covens in forests. No one escaped them. They arrived at the dungeons. They inspected the scene. They found tracks, 2 sets, one human, another different, larger, with claws that smelled of both wolf and something wrong. Hybrid. They followed the trail. Each sign brought them closer. They did not speak. They did not rest more than necessary. They were predators, and we were prey. That night we camped in a cave. I lit a fire. Rain fell outside, washing away our scent. Or so I hoped. Fina approached the fire in silence. Her eyes, one gold like a wolf, one crimson like a vampire, looked at me with something I couldn't name. I couldn't wait any longer. "What are you?" I asked. "I need to know what I saved." She was quiet for a long time. Then, "I'm a hybrid, half werewolf, half vampire, born from a love that should never have existed." My blood went cold. I'd heard stories, bedtime warnings. Hybrids are abominations. Monsters that drink blood and hunt in packs. Kill them on sight. "You're afraid now," she said flatly. "No," I said, surprising myself. "I'm just trying to understand." She smiled bitterly. "My people were born centuries ago, a vampire and a werewolf who refused to hate each other. Their children were hunted by both sides, slaughtered. The survivors fled here, to these mountains, behind the gorge where neither species dares follow." "Then how did the monarch capture you?" Her expression darkened. "I left to find the moonflower. a rare herb that could save one of our elders. I was ambushed, drugged with silver and wolfsbane, the only things that work on hybrids. The monarch kept me in that cell for months. Why didn't he just kill you? Because my blood is valuable, she said. He wants to create an army, soldiers with vampire speed and werewolf strength. He was draining me slowly, studying me, preparing to breed more of us like livestock. I reached for her hand without thinking. The moment we touched, electricity sparked between us. She gasped. I felt it too. Something primal, ancient, right. That shouldn't be possible, she whispered. Unless you're not fully human. The next morning, they found us. I woke to Fina's hand over my mouth. Don't move, she breathed. Through the cave entrance, I saw them. 5 massive wolves circling our position. Purebloods. Trackers. Fina moved like lightning. She killed the first one before it could howl. Fangs in its throat, claws through its heart. Hybrid strength and speed. Terrifying and beautiful. But the pack leader shifted, pinning me to the ground. His jaws closed around my throat, not biting, just holding. Stop, he snarled at Fina, or I rip it out. Fina froze, rage and fear warring in her eyes. The wolf shifted back to a scarred man named Raze. The monarch has a message, Abomination. He has the boy's mother. Sick woman. Easy prey. She's in the dungeons. My world stopped. He's lying, Fina said, but her voice shook. Raze tossed something at my feet. My mother's scarf, bloodstained. You have 3 days, Raze said. Surrender yourself and the hybrid at the monarch's gates. Or we start cutting pieces off the old woman and leaving them where you'll find them. Marco, don't, Fina started. 3 days, Raze repeated. The monarch will be waiting. The wolves vanished into the forest. I stared at the scarf, hands shaking. Everything I'd done, freeing Fina, running, fighting, it meant nothing if my mother died because of me. I have to go back, I said. No, Fina's voice was steel. It's suicide. He'll kill you both. She's my mother. My voice broke. I can't leave her there. And I can't let you die, Fina shouted back. Not for me. Not for anyone. Then what do we do? I whispered. Fina's expression hardened. We go to my kingdom, and I show you what hybrids can really do. Fina blocked my path, immovable. You don't understand. I'm not just the hybrid survivor. I'm their queen. I stared at her. What? If you go back alone, you die, and your mother dies. But if you come with me, if you trust me, I can bring warriors. Hybrid warriors stronger and faster than any pureblood pack. We can save her. There's no time. There is if we move now, she interrupted. And Marco, that spark when we touched, that's a mate bond. You have wolf blood in you, dormant, but it's there. That's why you survived near me when other humans would have died from my hybrid energy. My world tilted. That's impossible. Is it? Her dual eyes burned into mine. Your mother. Did she ever tell you about your father? I shook my head. She never spoke of him. Because he was a werewolf, Fina said. Probably, or someone in your bloodline was. That blood is what's keeping you alive, what's calling to me. You're not just human, Marco. You're pack, or mine. The word hung between us, heavy with meaning. Come with me, she said. Let me prove it. Let me save your mother. And then we'll figure out what we are to each other. I looked at the scarf in my hands, at Fina's fierce, desperate expression, at the mountains ahead that promised either salvation or death. Okay, I said. I trust you. Relief flooded her face. She grabbed my hand, that spark again, stronger now, and pulled me north, toward the gorge of 1,000 winds, toward her kingdom, toward an impossible rescue, and a truth I wasn't ready to face. I was falling for a hybrid queen, and it might cost me everything. The gorge of 1,000 winds lived up to its name. Narrow stone bridges over a chasm so deep I couldn't see the bottom. Wind, it screamed and clawed, trying to tear us off the path. Don't look down, Fina shouted over the gale. Just follow me. My lungs burned. The air was too thin. Black spots danced in my vision. Fina grabbed my hand, and suddenly I could breathe again. That bond, that spark, it was keeping me alive. "Almost there," she said. We emerged on the other side, and I forgot how to breathe for a different reason. Carved into the sheer mountain walls was a city that shouldn't exist. A fusion of werewolf stone architecture and vampire elegance, towers and spires and bridges that defied gravity. Hybrids moved through the streets, some with fangs and wolf ears, others with glowing eyes and claws, all beautiful and terrifying. Fina's warriors spotted us and rushed forward. "My queen," one gasped, "you're alive." They stared at me with suspicion and hostility. "A human? You brought a human here?" "I brought my mate," Fina said coldly. Shocked silence. She led me to a great hall where an older hybrid sat on a throne, half-shifted, with silver-streaked fur and piercing dual-colored eyes. He looked like Fina, father and daughter. "Father," Fina said, bowing, "I've returned, and the Nightfang Monarch has declared war on us." The hybrid king's eyes narrowed. "Explain." "He captured me. This human freed me. Now he's taken Marco's mother hostage to force our surrender." She looked at me, then back at her father. "The monarch wants to harvest our blood, create an army. He won't stop with me. He'll come for all of us eventually." The king studied me for a long moment. Then he smiled. "All thanks. Then we strike first. The monarch wants a war. We'll give him one he'll never forget." Ina laid out the plan in private. "You'll walk me to the monarch in fake silver chains. While you distract him, my warriors will infiltrate the dungeons and rescue your mother. And when he realizes it's a trap, we run." She smiled grimly, "very fast, together. This is insane. It's the only way." She cupped my face with clawed hands. "Trust me one more time." Before we left, we stood on a balcony overlooking a hybrid kingdom. The full moon hung overhead, massive and silver. "I'm scared," I admitted. "So am I." Fina turned to me, "but not of dying. And scared of losing you. I just found you, Marco. My mate. The one person in this world who doesn't look at me like I'm an abomination." "You're not," I said fiercely. "You're the strongest person I've ever met." "Then be strong with me." She leaned in, and our lips met. The kiss was everything. Fierce, desperate, electric. When we pulled apart, my eyes felt strange, hot. "Marco," Fina whispered, "your eyes, they're glowing." I looked at my reflection in a window. Gold eyes stared back. Wolf eyes. "It's starting," Fina said. "Your wolf is waking up. The mate bond is triggering your dormant blood. I don't know how to control it." "You will." She took my hands. "I'll teach you. After this is over, I'll teach you everything. We'll have time. We'll have a life together." "Promise." "I promise." She kissed me again, sealing it. The next morning, we rode for the monarch's fortress. Fina in fake chains. Me playing the role of broken captor. And an army of hybrid warriors, following in the shadows, ready to tear the Nightfang Monarch's world apart. I walked into the Nightfang Monarch's throne room. Fina in silver chains beside me. Every eye in the hall turned to us. The monarch sat on his throne, a massive scarred alpha with eyes like ice. When he saw Fina, he smiled. "You came back," he said. "Good boy. I knew you would." "Let my mother go," I said. "That was the deal." "The deal," the monarch repeated, standing, "was that you bring me my hybrid, which you have. But your mother?" He laughed. "She stays. Insurance. To make sure the abomination doesn't try anything stupid." Fina snarled, chains rattling. "Easy, pet," the monarch crooned. "You'll be back in your cell soon, and this time, I'll drain you properly. No more mercy." I saw the suspicion in his eyes, though. Something felt wrong to him. Too easy. He was right. Outside, hybrid warriors scaled the fortress's rear wall in total silence. Vampire grace, werewolf strength. A perfect combination. They moved through shadows, slitting throats, breaking necks. No alarms, no sounds. They reached the dungeons. My mother sat in a cell, thin and pale, but alive. The lead warrior, a female hybrid with silver hair, knelt beside her. "We're getting you out," she whispered. "Your son sent us." My mother's eyes filled with tears. "Marco, where is he?" "Creating a distraction." "Can you walk?" "I'll crawl if I have to." They moved fast, carrying her between them, retracing their path through the fortress. But then, a guard turned a corner, saw them. His eyes widened. The hybrid warrior was faster. Her claws opened his throat before he could scream. But his body hit the floor with a crash that echoed through the stone halls. Somewhere, an alarm began to ring. "Run!" the warrior hissed. In the throne room, the monarch's head snapped toward the sound. His eyes found mine. "You." A guard burst into the throne room, staggering, wounded, breath ragged. "Hybrids," he gasped. "In the dungeons." The monarch's expression darkened with raw fury. "You fool!" He lunged for me, but Fina moved first. The silver-coated chain snapped apart like brittle ice. Power surged through her as her hybrid form broke free. Fangs sharpening, claws curving like blades, eyes burning gold and crimson. Beautiful, terrifying, a force born to war. She launched herself at the monarch. His form twisted mid-leap, shifting into a massive black wolf. They crashed together with a thunderous impact, strength and speed colliding in a storm of teeth and fury. Fina overpowered him. She pinned him, dominance absolute. With one decisive strike, the monarch fell, breath fading, power broken. His beta charged, desperate, but Fina met him with a single sweeping blow, sending him crumpling to the stone floor. "Run!" she shouted. We sprinted, racing toward the nearest window, 3 stories high, and still she didn't slow. She seized my arm and leapt. We hit the ground hard. My wolf blood kept my bones from snapping. Above us, chaos erupted. Shouts, alarms, the roar of battle spreading through the fortress like wildfire. Reinforcements had arrived, hybrid warriors pouring through the gates, my mother carried among them. "Go!" a silver-haired warrior commanded, before they regroup. We fled into the forest, the hybrids forming a shield around us, every step echoing with urgency and purpose. To the keep, the monarch's final cry carried across the snow-drowned mountains like a curse. "Find them! Hunt every hybrid! Burn their mountain!" His beta seized control, rallying the werewolf legends. Before dawn, an army was marching north, wolves and vampires united under a single banner of hatred. Toward the gorge of 1,000 winds, toward annihilation. We ran until morning, but the truth hunted us. War had begun, and now only 2 futures remained: survival or extinction. We reached the hybrid kingdom as the monarch's army appeared on the horizon. Thousands of werewolves, hundreds of vampires, war machines pulled by dire wolves. "They're going to destroy us," I whispered, holding my mother. "No." Fina stood at the wall, her hybrid warriors beside her. "They're not." She turned to the shamans, ancient hybrids who had mastered both vampire blood magic and werewolf shamanism, forbidden arts that should be impossible. "It's time," Fina said. The shamans began to chant. Their voices harmonized with something deep beneath the mountain, something old and angry and awake. The ground trembled. The enemy army stopped, confused. Their commanders shouted orders, trying to maintain formation. Then the mountain spoke. It started as a rumble, then a roar. The snow and ice high above began to crack, to shift, to fall. The shaman's blood magic flowed through stone and earth, awakening ancient spirits, triggering what nature had been waiting centuries to unleash. Avalanche. Not just snow, rock, ice, entire sections of mountain. A wave of destruction that swallowed everything in its path. The monarch's beta tried to order a retreat, but it was too late. The avalanche crashed down like the fist of an angry god. When the dust settled, there was only silence, and snow, and death. The threat was gone, buried under a mountain's worth of fury. I held my mother, who was crying with relief. "It's over," she whispered. "It's finally over." Fina stood beside me, and I turned to her. My eyes were gold now, fully, permanently. My wolf awake at last. "I'm not human," I said, wonder in my voice. "I never was." "No," Fina agreed, smiling. "You were always Pack, always mine. Welcome home, mate." Under the full moon, I shifted for the first time, a powerful wolf with golden eyes. Fina shifted beside me, her hybrid form magnificent. We howled together. The hybrid kingdom answered. And my mother smiled through her tears, watching her son finally find where he belonged. If alpha intensity, soulmate sparks, and thrilling wolf world secrets are your jam, subscribe now so you don't miss it. Fresh episodes drop every day, and the twists will have you hooked from the first howl.